Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Jace Manic with Plague Pedals, and I got a little trick or treat for y'all. I got a wild hair up my ass. Long story short, during the pandemic, I had a lot of time to sort of, play with a bunch of different dirt pedals, and I basically decided, hey, I've never been able to find quite a dirt pedal that could just nail it for me. As far as the tone I was chasing and had been chasing for well over a decade, pretty much like 2 decades at that point. And that's whenever I decided to experiment and build my own fuzz pedal, essentially. So during that time, I had bought the Life pedal, the Sun pedal that Earthquaker Devices designed for the band Sun. I figured, like, hey, I love drone metal. I want to, that's kind of been my shtick for the past several years. I want to fucking drone my ass off. And I thought the Live pedal was, the way it was marketed was as if it was the end-all be-all to dirt pedals. And although it may very well be for bands like Sun, it didn't do it for me either. So I recently went ahead on and modded my 91 Proco Rat reissue. And that was 10 years. That was 10 years in the making right there, because I had bought it from Guitar Center for $99, and the switch, the foot switch on it was always kind of janky, meaning, I would stomp on it and it would work about, when I first got it, it worked maybe about 75% of the time, or 80, ish. It was, I kind of fooled myself and, decided that maybe it was the way I was hitting it, or maybe I was hitting it too aggressive and too fast, and that's why it wasn't, the effect wasn't coming online 100%. And over time, I just went ahead on and faced the music and, disregarded the cope and accepted that the foot switch was probably broken. I had a buddy that I used to count on to fix my gear, or work my gear. He had his own shit going on. He actually put a wooden block underneath the old switch, and it was a double pole, double throw, old school. The ones that Proco used for the old Rats, and it seemed like that kind of helped for a little bit, but it was a fucking little wooden block, sitting underneath it, and after stomping on it one too many times, the block would shift around, and then it would continue to work only a percentage of the time. So what I had done just a few weeks ago was let me go ahead on and get this fucking camera off me and onto the goods. Alright, so here, what I did a few weeks ago was I took this box right here, I put I replaced the double pole double throw with the 3-pole double throw foot switch. One of these actually. They're Gorva quiet switches. It's essentially supposed to be an upgrade, and basically installed the LED 3-way switch for Ruetz mod, and I replaced the old 9-volt power supply with a 2.1 millimeter negative center barrel style power supply. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 mods I did in one. It was actually pretty lengthy and laborious, but it was well worth it, and I fell in love with this thing all over again. The LED I used was a ultra bright white, and even gave it a little just a little holster to kind of sit in, or I guess a LED holder. But yeah, I'll probably do a demo on it later. I probably should have made this video first, but I just got a wild hair up my ass and decided, hey, I spent a lot of money on this thing right here, during the pandemic. It was supposed to be the end-all be-all, and although it was, it was above average and pretty good, it didn't quite ever do what I needed it to do. So I figured, hey, maybe I can kind of do what I did with this bad boy and kind of do something a little fun for Halloween. Halloween's coming up, and I've been jamming the fuck out of the Halloween riff from Sun, and that's whenever I kind of had the epiphany earlier, hey, maybe I should mod this sucker. It was very expensive, and I haven't seen any mods done online. I'm pretty sure they're out there, but I mean, if you're gonna pay like what these are worth for, especially a first edition version of this pedal, I think a lot of people would opt out of modding it, since it's already pretty close to being perfected. And it just, I feel like it could be just a little better. I want to put a little toggle switch on it. What can I say? I want it to look just like its predecessor. Because I'll tell you one thing, this rat right here is perfect. It's got the LM308 chip in there, and there is just, that's why I grabbed it for $99 when I saw it at Guitar Center, probably about back in 2010 actually. So again, this has all the bells and whistles. It has the LM308, it's got the Killy mods and then some, but if I can make it just a little more like this bad boy, I think it would be probably the closest to perfect rat on the market. So I'm going to show you I'm crazy without telling you I'm crazy, and drill into this bad boy and bastardize the fuck out of it by sticking a Ruetz switch on there. Let's go.